I guess we're reviewing one of my favorite series box sets and the series as a whole, Chivalry of the Failed Knight. First and foremost, guys, it's a sturdy box. I really cannot express the loved difference between a sturdy box and a flimsy box. Sentai Filmworks, great box. Now it comes with some extras. It comes with an art book. You get your different boxes. So let's take a look here. So here's limited edition Chivalry of the Failed Knight, Stella, ISA. You know, and they're reversible. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, the fan service level is a little bit much in this series, I will say that, but it's still pretty cool. And I guess that's a pretty neat, you know, idea for a reversal cover if you're the kind of person who's into that. But just ignore the fact that I'm now putting it back into the slip cover this way. It's completely unrelated. Actually pretty neat, I'm gonna be honest. My OCD is now about to take over in full force as I try and make sure that this is in here all the way correctly. Dilly dilly. Weirdly offset. So anyhow, while we're talking about this, let's talk about the series itself. So the idea of the series is that they live in a, you know, another universe from ours, where magic and fate and all that stuff that weebs would love to be real actually exists. And there is a special school where it trains you to be a blazer. And what a blazer is they are knights who can utilize magic powers and magic weapons and all manner of niftiness. Series is about a young man, Ikki Kuragane, who has almost no magical aptitude whatsoever, and per the laws of anime and manga, doesn't mean dick to his ability to whoop wholesale, whole-screened ass. Arguably the most broken sword user in any series ever, based purely on sword skill and ability. He is just a monster. And I love the series. Oh, I'm almost afraid to see what the reversible cover is for this, because they're almost fan service to begin with. Yeah, okay. It's a really good series. One of the best lines in it is when he is talking to his grandfather, Ryoma, and he's upset and he's frustrated. You know, he's run away from his family who treated him so poorly, and Ryoma asks him, you know, are you frustrated, boy? That's good. It means you're not yet ready to give up on yourself. And I think that's a good lesson to remember, is, you know, you can keep going. That frustration you're feeling when you can't complete something, it's there because you're not ready to give up. You want to do better. All right. So there's the sister and Reiki. Good Lord. Yeah, of course. Yes, it is one of those series that does feature a bit of fan service, but I will tell you this right now, it doesn't actually take away from it. It is levels beyond High School of the Dead to a degree almost. It's not quite as High School of the Dead-ish when it comes to the over-the-top fan service. But unlike High School of the Dead, it doesn't take away from the actual series to show it. The reversible covers are actually pretty cool because they're the same covers either way. The difference is, do you want your fan service in full view, or are you ashamed and you want to keep it under the covers? I am not ashamed. I love this series and the ridiculous fan service, so y'all can eat me. The only thing that's weird about it is that, like, it's hard to justify because, like, all seriousness considered, these are, like, high school kids. That's kind of where, that's why I've always drawn my issue with anime, you know? Like, I can't have, like, a waifu, because realistically, these ain't waifus, these are younger people. I'm already kind of uncomfortable having those like that. joking aside, these are probably going to get reversed back because that's uncomfortable for you. And I know, Aaron, you're repressed. It's just a series. Da, da, da. I understand that. It's a weird hang up I have. I know in my head that they're high school kids in the sake of the series, and so I just can't actually view them like that. I'm sorry out there. I'm not judging you if you do. I swear I'm not. It's just that I can't. Now, here we go into the art book, and it's pretty. Right off the bat, it goes into the black and white imagery from the opening and from when Iki uses a special ability. Very cool. And it breaks down every episode, every character. Every character. Let me stop you right here and say, if you've ever watched this series and you know who Akaza is, you understand why this little toad is such a fuckface. If you haven't watched it yet, watch it so you can appreciate me calling him a little fuckface. Because you'll want to call him fuckface. But there's all kinds of cool things that they show you how they planned out and designed different abilities and magic. It's very, very cool. Then, of course, there is the extras. And one thing I will say is that Sentai Filmworks does tend to make the extras real nice. So we have a poster. It's like my favorite series is trying to make me fucking uncomfortable. It really is. Like, it wants me to be uncomfortable. Like, come on. Don't do that to me. I'm a Steadfast fan. I desperately want a season 2. You're all fucking with me now is what you're doing. Jerk series. It comes with actually a patch for your, if you want to make a jacket. That's really neat. Little pins of the main characters. And really? The fuck, guys? This is why I can't watch anime with my parents and shit, because they see that and they're like, what are you watching? I swear to God, it's not softcore porn. She's a high school chick. That's not helping my case, is it? It's artistic. I'm watching it for the artistic thing. Oh, fuck me. But no, you know, all joking aside, all that, it is a very good series. I recommend it to anyone, you know, who likes a good action anime or a romance anime. It's both, and it's fantastic. I give Chivalry a solid 9 out of 10. Now, bear in mind, I enjoy the series, so there's definitely a level of bias there. And yes, it does lose a point for me because of the gratuitous fan service. But that's my hang-up, not something that you guys should judge it on, unless it's something that you guys have a hang-up on, too. In the meantime, if you get a chance, definitely watch it. I'm Aaron. This is the Otaku Guru. You've been awesome.